Hi, we are doing a ScrawlrBox unboxing. This is 104, so let's open it. I feel like I've not done one of these in ages. It's the first one this year, I think. Oh yes, oh. Now is that watercolour, or do you think it's markers that are watercolour? Let's go find the featured artist. Oh, I think it's pencils, because the featured artist, it looks like that sort of texture. So Summer's Store by Maisy Summer. I will put her Instagram, website and X here. So Maisy Summer is an illustrator and animator working closely with clients big and small to help them communicate their stories personally and thoughtfully, often around themes of heritage, community, food and culture. Maisy has worked wildly within branding, publishing, animation and editorial, as well as designing large-scale memorials and narrative wallpapers. With a playful approach to her practice, Maisy creates layers of delightful textures, bold colour combinations and joyful compositions. Within Maisy's toolkit is a mix of techniques and materials which she adapts to each project. That's cool. I'd say that's me. I use lots of different things depending on what I'm doing. That can be handcrafted. Where am I? That could be handcrafted techniques such as paper cutting and drawing with scissors. Oh, that's well cool. Drawing with scissors. Bold mark making with pastels. Paints and pencils to carefully intertwining digital drawing programs such as Adobe Fresco, all of which Maisy is more than happy to document the progress to enrich client projects. Workshops to playfully personal projects such as drawing diaries. Clients include Google Arts, oh that's cool, and Culture, Adobe, Kew Gardens, Bookshop Day, King's College London, Whitworth Art Gallery and Hatworks Hat Museum. There we go. Maisy's projects have been shortlisted in the V&A Illustration Award. Wow, she's amazing. Wow. AOI World Illustration Works and Stat Magazine Awards, as well as received features in It's Nice That, Creative Bloom and Creative Review. Alongside freelancing, Maisy currently guest lectures across the UK. She also is a founder of the International Creative Hub Small Fry. Yes, Kai, Small Fry. Shh. Yes. Which hosts creative events, projects, talks and workshops across the UK and beyond. This space allows the sharing and personal insights and expertise, brand collaborations, as well as curating and designing talks and workshops with creative locally and internationally. So she's amazing. This is her artwork. Here it is. It's in front. It's on the floor. Yeah, it needs dried. There we go. This is great. And because of this, I'm pretty sure it's watercolor pencils, because that looks like they've added water and that kind of texture. That's it. Looks cool. Looks cool. Now, watercolor paper. Yes. Let's get into the supplies. Oh, right. So first off, let's look at the sweets. It's a chumpa chops, and it's a cola stick. Oh, I love them. I love cola. Yeah, no. Right, here's the sticker. I always love the stickers. Now, try and see if I can not have it with the shine, so you can actually see it. I think that might do it. Yeah. Do that just in case. And now we have gouache, and this is zinc white, and then we have this. Oh, we've got a brush. It's a tiny brush. We have the gouache white. Now that looks like a really decent amount, so that might be cool to mess with. This tiny brush, which is a size 2 from Pro Art. That's tiny. Now let's get on with the colours. The artist's choice for creative enjoyment. Derwent. Oh, these are colours. Oh, that's what we have. We have 6 colours. Oh, they are gorgeous. I love that blue. Just the blue on the pencils is gorgeous. So we have a light green, a dark green, an orange, pink, brown, and like that says like it's a blacky grey, but I'm sure that nib, it looks like it's got tinges of blue in it. So that's inside this box. I'm gonna do my brother's hair, and then I will try out all of the stuff inside this box in my sketchbook. Actually, before we do that, let's read the Scrawler magazine. So that is everything inside. Inktense. Oh, so layer this over the... Alright, so a powerful white, bright enough to layer over the matte Inktense pigments. That's cute. So there's Maisy Summers. And this is like questions. So like, yeah, sit down and chat with the artist. Scrawler tips. So swatch them, smudge test, mix up. Oh, so yeah, mixing up the colors. Like try that, making like palettes and stuff. Layer on layers. Use a dry brush on the top. So brushwork. Use a dry brush over the top of the dry pigment to create a subtle texture and help create a smooth blend when transitioning colors. So directly on the page, this is ways to activate directly onto the page, dry on the page onto a wet page, and using in a palette. So you can shave off some of the lead from the pencils into a well of a palette or texture. Okay. Oh, here's some some things to do. Deep dive layer on. So practice wet and dry techniques. There's a step-by-step, so we'll be doing that again. That'd be cool. Right. Oh, wow. Artist advice and then behind the artwork. That's really cool. Have they done that? They might have. That might be something new. They might have done it in the last one, but I'm glad that they're going to carry on doing it, I'm sure. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, this is the fire and ice challenge. So I actually really loved this palette, and I absolutely love doing the ice and the fire, like the proper ice, and then that catching a light. And I did actually like the final piece. I'm really happy with mine. Anyway, onto this. I like all of these. The first one to like jump out, I think, was that one because it was so contradicting the colours, but that's gorgeous. Oh my god, it's a puppy, and then there's a cat, and then that one's really cute. That reminds me of like a Studio Ghibli kind of artwork. That skull is gorgeous. Oh, that's really sweet. I didn't think about doing something like that, but that's really sweet. Wow, I love that dragon. Oh, ice and fire. Oh, that one's cool. I like that. And that's another thing I didn't think about doing. They did like a proper little rainbow effect going down there. That's really sweet. I like all of these. Oh, I'd love to see which one was, let's see the top 3. These are the top 3, and these are gorgeous. Love the kitty cat. That's really cool. Nice. Nothing else to add, but that is just amazing. I love all of these 3. I love all of them. You know what? There's not every one of the artists, the artwork that was done with this box have been great. I'm so happy. That's well cool. Oh, cute, cute. Wow. Oh, they've also done, well, how they did that, but they did a queen of, like a queen of cats. And they did a blue cat and a yellow, orangey, red cat. That's cute. Now, Maisy collection. So this is everything. Oh, so early she said she loves like a little collection, and this is everything that she has and that she'll use with different things. This is cool. Cool. Oh, last one, and gather your thoughts. Oh, hodgepodge. Where did I hear that? Hodgepodge, you know, it reminds me of RuPaul's Drag Race when they called it one of the the drag queens. Like, yeah.
Your drag is sort of kind of it's kind of sort of hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge. I can go with hodgepodge.
I love it. Yes. Okay, so let's do some testing of the supplies, and then let's go on to the day. Oh, by the way, I'm leaving this one blank because I'm going to do like, did you know the pouring art video I did? Well, I did that. Where did I do that? I did that here. Pass that over. I did that here. That's where it had happened. So when I'm doing the pouring, when I did the pouring art video, I was here. It literally was that was the last video of that year, I think. And then I did some drawings, these drawings afterwards. So yeah, so that was 2020, the start 2024. So I decided to do it again and do it for the 2023 section. And I used the leftover pouring art that I had, and I had a glitter on top just because I wanted to see what it would, how it would be. Just in case you go through my sketchbook and you're like, but she did that later on. I didn't. I just went back. Anyway, going back, I'm going to leave that clear so I can do that for 2025. So each year is a definite change, or because a full-on page has pouring art technique on it. Hopefully I can still do the purple and pink. However, I am running out of that. So I don't know whether to just do more different colours. I don't know. Well, I don't know. That's something to do later on because it needs time to dry and everything. But yeah, that's it. And that's one. It has bits of gold in that section there just because it's been fingered out. Anyway, let's do this. Let's try these out. And I'm going to use this brush because I don't want to get loads of water out right now because Kai is on the run. Yes, so I'm going to use this and yes. Thank you. What the? And 4? 4? Is it 4? Where's the... Yes, it's 4. So this is... It has got a hint of blue to it. So yeah. Oh, iron blue. That's a colour. I'm going to do that one. That's how we're going to do it. We're just going to carry it all the way down the page. There we go. That's iron blue. We've tried. I'm going to put them back in the box, everyone we try, so we know. And this is baked earth. Do you know what we do need to do? We should have done... We should have done a lightly coloured one as well. There we go. And again, and we have. This is lime green. That's a really nice green, isn't it? That's a nice green. Now let's travel it all down. Oh, that is nice. That's nice. And then we have orange sorbet. I should also like write the names, shouldn't I? Next up is I cannot read this. Olivine. Oh, why? Some of them, I don't know if I'm just not putting enough colour, or they just are not. They're just not carrying on as long. And lastly is Pink Flamingo. I love that name, Pink Flamingo. And we'll have you write your own names in your colours. So first up is iron blue. Should we write it at the bottom? Top or bottom? Top. Iron blue. Then we have a baked earth. Lime. This is lime green. And orange sorbet. Oh my god, I cannot spell orange. Sorbet. Sorbet. Yes, let's say it's that. Then we have olivine. And lastly, my favourite name, Pink Flamingo. Flamingo. There we go, there's all the colours. And there's all the range. Oh, and also hodgepodge.
It sounds like porridge instead of porridge.
Yeah, porridge, yeah. Sounds like porridge. We're gonna write it with every. Hodgepodge. I will also test out this when Kai's not roaming around so much. Yes, but I'm happy with everything. What else? I'm gonna make a mood board actually, and a mood board over on Pinterest, and we'll name it Hodgepodge. So go check that out if you want to know what I'm looking at. It's in my link tree, which is down below. So the thing's Hodgepodge, and I'm really thinking about drawing a drag queen. And only because, as I've said, I'm sure that Ru called one of the drag queens like their style Hodgepodge, and I'm pretty sure it was a bag of chips from the UK version. I've not seen the US version, but I have watched the UK version and it was hilarious, so I might give the US one a try. It was only because it's on like demand over here in the UK, and the US one isn't. So my first thought was to watch that one. There's nothing wrong with US, UK, Australia. I watched the Australia version of Married at First Sight, and then I've not actually seen the UK version, but I'm thinking about watching this season's UK version. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get on to this. Right, okay, so there's some tips that they said to try out that I've not actually tried out yet, and there was some here it is, and there was this bit here that I wanted to try out, so I will do that on an extra page. I would normally do it here, but I want to do like a drip thing going there, so I'm going to turn over and do it here. But first off, let's try some of these other techniques that we haven't. So mix it up. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, they do look gorgeous, don't they? Right, okay, so mix it up. How did they do that? Like... Oh, okay. Oh my, that's gonna be so... Right, okay. I'm gonna see if I can do what they did on the mix it up bit. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. They go down, and that's the red mixed in with all of them. Same that way, I think. Yeah, let's try. Right, okay, so let's start off with this one. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Right, okay. So we have this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to do the same but blue all the way down. So it makes sense in my head. I'm sure. Then this one. And then the last one is this one. Now this is where it gets confusing. Right. Now this and oh my god. Okay, so let's just start with this and this. So oh. So it goes like that. Yes. Where's the paintbrush? There it is. I'll get this. Oh, it's so tiny. Right, okay. Now we lay this on top and activate it with water. Yeah, and then that one's with all of the colours on top of that. I get it now. Yeah. Ah, we're getting somewhere. Now, this is with this one on top. Oh, that's a nice green, isn't it? And then the green... I like them colours, they're nice. It's like a really nice yellow. Now the pink. Oh, that's a nice one. A neon, like a really deep orange when you add that pink. Well, actually the orange is on top. Now lastly, green. Oh, there we go. So there are the different colours we can make with just 2 layered. Here we go. I'm actually quite happy that I was able to do that. Now, we're going to... Oh, we can do layer on layer. So, how they've done it is water. So once dry, the pigment isn't lifted like regular watercolor. It's easier to layer on more colors and not disrupt. Oh, so once it's dry, the pigment isn't lifted. The pigment isn't lifted like regular watercolor. So it's easier to layer over with more colors and not disrupt the layer underneath. This is handy when adding in primary colors, applying your line work, and then gently activate with some water. This tones down your lines but keeps the details there. You can then work back on top once with the dry pencil. Okay, with a dry pencil. So let's try some layering. So we're gonna use blue. I'm gonna activate it with water and let that dry. And then we're going to do one full-on piece. I'm gonna use a mixture of colours, and then we're gonna add gouache. No, that's cake in it, gouache. Gouache. Try and blend it together and see where we can get, if we can get a good blend. Ooh. Right, now we're gonna clean our brush and work our way to the green side. That green looks gorgeous. I gotta say, that green looks really nice. I'm gonna let that dry and then add the gouache. I'm gonna call it gouache. Gouache. It's gouache. No, well, that's ache. So it makes me say like go ache. And I remember my teacher from, I don't know, thing, but she said gouache. But that doesn't look like it's supposed to say gouache. Now, if you've not seen in previous videos, I am dyslexic. So it's very hard for me to do this. So I'm gonna call it gouache. You know, that's it. There we go. Now I'm gonna layer on, because this is dry, I'm gonna layer on the green. I feel like this is the way that you try and do it. You draw on it and then you add your colour there. But there is still some sort of disrupt, like it did blend out. But it's fine. I need a palette or something so I can use this. I've never actually opened one of these sorts of paints. It seems so fancy. Oh my god, it's already open for you. And I let Kai play with this because I thought it was closed. But yeah, no, that's opened. It just seems so fancy. Now, I'm thinking, because my palette is somewhere else, I'll just use this. Oh, you can choose this and then use a dry brush. So using a dry brush over the top of a dry pigment. So let's create that pigment. Should be enough. And then dry brush. I don't think it was entirely dry, but I know what it's done. Yes, okay. And directly on the page, dry on the page, oh, and then onto a wet page. So let's wet the page. To the sideways to see that I have done it. And we'll use this, and then we'll draw. Oh, and then dab the pencil. Because that's what I used to do with watercolours. I had quite a few watercolour pencils, and as a kid I didn't know really how to use them. I used to just dip it into the water and then just colour with it. And let's see. I'm gonna lay. I was gonna do another one there, but you know. All right. Oh, it's thick, very thick. Now, can you layer on top of gouache? Let that dry, and then we add a layer on top. Now, I want to see if you can layer on. And draw on top, yes. And let's see. I want to do this, and I'm thinking of using the pink and the orange because they're the ones that are like really nice, that are really thingy to me. So let's use our let's do it there, because they've layered on top. So they did the first step 1 light circles, and then they did mid details, and then they did marks. So, pardon me, I'm thinking of using this for the light circles, the pink, because that should have been like there, this, no, that's what, there, pink is the round there. Right, okay, 1 second. That's pink and that's pink and orange. That's pink and green, or is that, no, yeah, right, okay. We'll use that as the thingy, that as the light circles, this is the mid details, and the orange as the darker ones, as well as the blue. The blue is really nice as well. I might have to sharpen these as well soon. So let's start. Let's make the same amount of circles they did. They did 9. Ooh. So let's color these circles in. Now I don't need to be super light, super what is it? Delicate or something. That, yeah. So super controlled. We don't have to be super controlled because I'll be adding water, so that's when I'll really make the shape of the circle. Also, this is just to like really test out and loosen up my wrist so I can start drawing. And I'm thinking of drawing people first. Also, when I searched up hodgepodge on on Pinterest, that's the word, food kept on coming up, so I might actually make like a dish of food, a hodgepodge meal where they put everything in a pot, and it's a bit like a stew for England in a sense, is what I'm trying to say. They basically just put on loads of leftovers, like not even leftovers, sorry, that's not even the right word, but loads of veg and bits of mince meat and all in one pot, and then they make a big stew, a big soup, and that is what hodgepodge food came up as, because I didn't say food, it just came up as I typed in hodgepodge, I feel like I'm saying that wrong, and the food came up. And for some reason when I type in hodgepodge, no sorry, a bag of chips, or a bag of chips drag queen in Pinterest, the drag queen doesn't come up, so I'm a little bit upset about that. How dare they, so I'm going to use a Google image of a bag of chips and the Vivian and draw them two together. Also, I'd like to say like rest in peace for Vivian. Like I know she's died a couple of weeks ago, so hopefully all her friends and family are, you know, you can grieve in peace and grieve in your own way, kind of. Sorry, I'm a bit awkward when it comes to that sort of stuff, but yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to be drawing her in a bag of chips. Obviously the Vivian wasn't hodgepodge. She just was great from the start, and she had her own style. It was just lovely, regal, you know, whereas bag of chips is, I don't even want to say, it's not nasty what I'm going to say, because I feel like I am as well, but it's very common in a thing of it's nice and laughter and it's comedic. I think that's what I'm trying to go out to say. But yeah, so she was on that season. I think bag of chips and Vivian, like they made me laugh to hell, like wow. I'm gonna have to rewatch that series. I know, spoiler, the Vivian wins, but I think bag of chips isn't even in the final either. I think she gets to maybe top 3 or 4. I can safely say top 5, or at least she was in my top 5. She was in my top 2, to be honest. Probably my first bag of chips. But yeah. So yeah, I'm planning on drawing them too, and food. I don't know how we got onto that conversation, but there we go. I feel like my circles are too small. I'm gonna draw another 2 there of a different thing, so we can have them ones. Haha. Right, so we have that as the light circle, and we had that as the mid-tone, and that as the thingy. However, I'm going to change actually and have that as these light circles. I'm going to add the green. Should I have that? We'll do this actually, because I feel like at least then we have the dark green, light green, and we have the orange and brown kind of thing. So that's how we're going to do it. So the blue is going to be the pink of this one. Ooh, yeah. What was that one? We need to get our shit together. There we go. Now we have the mid-tones for the green. No. Talking about pizza and the TV, so we have to do a pizza slice. And you don't have to do all of them, but and then one more we'll do square. Then we said that the blue is the mid-tone for the orange. I am going to do all the shapes, all of these ones. I did leave that one, but we're going to do a star and a circle. And I want to do another piece of slice, but we've got one there. So do you know what? Let's do it. Do them opposite each other as well. Okay, so there. Let's add water, activate the pink and the blue. And then onto the blue. I really need that blue to lighten up, because if I put the brown on top of that blue, it's not going to show. However, I could always just do it on this side. There we go. Let that dry. You know what? While I'm letting that dry, I might draw some drag queens. Right, I'm going to use the green, and then because this is the lightest color. I don't know how that hair works. It's the basic shapes for the Vivienne. Let's do a bag of chips. And we'll use the dark green to add details. Oh my god, I did the lips, and the lips are good. I don't know how to do these ruffles on this, but I'm just gonna make S's over and over, and then just... Now, I am a little bit nervous about doing a bag of chips because her face is so expressionative. Like, the Vivienne has this serious look, you know, model type look. Whereas the Vivienne is, the bag of chips is smiling. And I always, every time I do people smiling, it just doesn't look right. So we're gonna try. I always like to do a button nose, even if they don't have a button nose. You're having a button nose. If I'm drawing you, you've got a button nose. Oh, don't. Oh crap, I tried to fix an eye and it didn't work. Right, okay, so this is the worst. I think I did it, oh my god. Should I try and add the teeth? I should quit while I'm ahead. God, I'm actually really happy with this, aren't I? I'm so happy with that. Oh my god. Oh, thank god you're recording. I thought you wasn't recording then. I really thought I'd never be able to sometimes you surprise yourself, and I surprised myself, and I'm very happy. They're wonky. They may be wonky, but it's fine. All is good in the land. Now, onto this. We're gonna do some mark making, and then I'm gonna add color to this, hopefully. And they're not gonna be the color that, you know, the proper color, but I'm going to try and add pinks to add blush, and then do the hair and stuff. So they might have green hair, but it doesn't matter because they wear wigs. They could be wearing a green wig and an orange wig in the reference image. We don't know. Right, okay, so we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do the green first. Green's mark making first. I'm gonna do the same. So first off, I'm gonna do different ones. I'm gonna do the same but in different places. So I'm thinking... Now I want to do the hat. Doo-doo. And da-ba-ba-ba-boom. No, this can have the dots. And get the line. And then last but not least, we will do this. And then, ta-da! And then we could add gouache to that. Cheers! I'm going to sharpen these up and then I'm going to add colour to these two. I'm using the orange to add shade and blush in places. Oh crap. I'm gonna add... Where's my tissue gone? Considering she's got a green undertone, I'm actually quite happy. I want to try and do like this gradient cloud thing with this jar, and then we'll try and work with the paper that was given. And we're gonna start with green is the center because that's the lightest color. Oh, I forgot about that, and Kai was there. Oh my god. Not what I wanted, but they blend well. That's them done. I like messing with that. Just trying to blend them all together. That was quite nice. Now we're going to use the paper from the box and find out what we want to draw. They look nice, but I am thinking about doing food. I'm thinking about doing this one here. That looks like a nice... Yeah, there's a few of them that are quite nice, and that one's jumping out to me, so I might do that one. So let's test the paper out first. It's always good to test it out, do some drawings. I'm gonna do it that way, yes. Right, okay, so let's start with this. So let's start with the blue. No, what, let's. I forgot to write the name. Remember the name, orange. Oh crap, I spelled orange wrong. We got it under control. Pink flamingo. Didn't forget that name. Lime green. I've got to press play. I'm gonna do what I did before, but lines. So hopefully I know where I'm going, and I'm just. I should do this first, shouldn't I? And then we add water to this. And let's try and find a hard one to blend these two. Now I'm thinking, shall I do a person? Because this eye is starting to look nice. I say that and then I make a mistake. Because that's not looking good. But it's different to what I want to do. So we're... really like the eye. Makes me think, shall I draw a person? But I actually like that meal. So do you know what, I'm gonna draw the meal while Kai is counting down. He hears the microwave and counts down to the microwave, don't you? Yeah. So I'm gonna draw that one that I said before, and then if that one's not going well, I might draw two and go back and forth. So we got that one, and I also want to draw a drag queen. Don't know who. It might just be like a random one that I've never heard of. So that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna actually try and search up drag queens up on Pinterest and see what I get and see which one I like. I think I will be able to draw a really good fine, and yeah. And draw them. So we're gonna draw two. Should I put these in a hodgepodge or should I make a new file and folder? Do you know what? I think it sounds weird if I put all the drag queens under hodgepodge. So I'm gonna make a new folder called drag queens. And so yeah, so you can see the reference photos for both the suit, the hodgepodge recipe soup thing. It's called, here we go. It says it's called Nova Scotia Hodgepodge. So there's 7 ingredients, and it's vegan, gluten-free, and it actually like tells you. So to make this, it's 1 cup of carrot, 2 cups of green vanilla beans, 1 cup peas fresh, and 2 cups potatoes. So yes, so that's what we're going to be drawing. But I'm also want to draw drag queens, so I will be looking for drag queens, and then I'll be back with the 2 reference images. Well, sorry, guys, playing with his blocks that he got for Christmas. I will draw the hodgepodge on here. I'll put the reference image here, but check out my Pinterest for all of the other references that I probably don't put on screen. And also, I'll have one called Drag Queen and one called Hodgepodge. Just check them out. That's it. I'm done. Also, I don't know if I'll be talking. I might be voiceover me because Kai wants to play with noisy toys. So yeah. But we're gonna have some fun and do some art and calm down. So draw along with me. I don't know if I press play. If you heard, but the drag queen, I think the name is, because it's the name next to the Pinterest picture, is Sarah Mandonna, capital M and capital N. So yeah. So this is the drag queen one, and the hodgepodge, the soup one, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to have the bowl in the center. I'm going to work on the food one first. I decided to do a voiceover from the rest of the video because it starts to get loud in the background. Also, I could speed up the art process, so it kind of makes this video a lot less shorter. Anyway, you will see both of these pieces back and forth depending on where you are, because when I did this, I was going back and forth between the two. But I thought it would be better for you guys to watch it as one, doing one first and then the other one next. Yes. So the first one that I actually started and actually was, the first one I started and actually finished was this piece that is actually really nice and simple. It's the hodgepodge soup. So I used the browny greeny colour to do the shapes, and then added a little bit more of the yellowy green. It's that greeny colour, but it looks yellow right now. But it's really nice. Anyway, I added that and then was able to just like watercolour it out to make it nice and smooth. I did the same thing for the peas and the green peas and stuff like that. And at this point, I'm adding peas to the piece. So I added peas, I added the light green, and then added water so it was a nice smooth. And then on top of that, I added line art to it, so the peas had a darker outline. And I did the same for the others, so it was like around the orange, it was a darker orange and stuff like that. And the brown, as you can see, so there's some sort of like, not gradient, but there's harsh line to it, but it's not black, which I quite like. Then I added a spoon, which I do like. I just didn't like how it just not faded, but it kind of went from like the soupy greeny liquidy texture thing in the background to the blue spoon. And I tried to fix that at this point, trying to add green and stuff like that, and I don't know if I don't make it better. So I add the white gouache to try and like, because there's like white bubbles. The soup itself has some sort, it's not yellow or green, it's white. So I added the white bubbles and stuff like that, and I also added white around the spoon, so it looked like it was just like lifting a bit of the milk up kind of. I do like it. I think it's better than what it was, but it's not what I thought it turned out like in my head. But I think I save it, and I'm adding like different sized bubbles and and like spots everywhere, and then I add a sheen to some of the green peas and obviously the carrot. I did want to try and add a little bit of texture of the carrot, you know, like the around ridges, but it kind of smoothed itself out over time. But I am happy with the overall look of it, which I'm really pleased with. It's a really nice, simple drawing. Then we move on to the drag queen. So first off, I do the shapes for her. To do the shapes, I'm actually using the pink colour because I didn't want to use grey, like an actual pencil, and then kind of darken the entire sketch overall by using grey graphite. So I used this really gorgeous light pink that came obviously in the ScrawlrBox to do the basic shapes, and then I refined those shapes, added hair and the ears and stuff like that. I first worked on the hair because I thought the hair is a big piece in this. It's very nice, and it's very shapy. Like it's not wavy, it's more blocky kind of, and it in a nice way. I'm not trying to say it's not nice, in a nice way. Like it's been like sprayed hairspray and stuff like that, so it's holding its shape and has a nice texture. Then I add the mouth, eyebrows and the eyes. I really like the mouth. I'm happy with the mouth to be honest. And then I move on to the eyes, and I was a little bit apprehensive to do the nose because I did a button nose, and I didn't want to make it look, I didn't want her to look like a pig, you know, with the you know, like the circled kind of things that I do. I don't know how to do noses. I know how to do baby noses and like cute button noses, but the reference image had nostrils, and every time I drew the nostrils, it didn't turn out right. However, by the end, I kind of just give up, and I'm like, hopefully when I add colour and stuff like that, it'll look a lot better, and I am actually happy by the end of it. Anyway, the camera did something. I don't know what happened. I think Kai might have been messing with my light, and I didn't realise, or whatever, but the light goes in and out, and we skip to her, and she's got some colour to her face. I just used the orange and added flesh, the fleshy it doesn't sound nice, but it made her look more human. Yeah, and it's very lightly. I don't colour entirely. I just go from the edges and lightly fade into the face, and then I add water to smoothen it out and make it look, you know, smooth. And then I carry on with little bits here and there. I do what I normally do. I bounce across the page. So I'm working on the facial details. So I'm working on the lips and the eyes, and then I slowly get onto the nose and the cheeks, because I do the cheeks and the nose near enough the same time, because I want to do a blush over the nose going to the nice hide the cheekbones. And she has really nice high cheekbones, like it's very sculpted around there, and I wanted to also do the large for life drag queen makeup, and I am happy with it. It's not like the reference image, but I'm just using the reference image as a guide, not to copy colors and everything like that. So I am happy with the makeup by the end of it. At first I was a little bit apprehensive. I was like, oh, am I not doing this any justice? However, in the end, I am really happy with it. The lips at first I thought was a little bit too dark. However, I do darken them up a bit more, and then later on I add gouache, the white gouache paint. But we're going on to the hair, and with the hair, we do the shapes. I didn't want to add colour to the entire thing. I wanted it to stay somewhat white. So I just add the brown and kind of fade out, so it was faded, but not too, it didn't look too fluffy. It still had some shape to it. And I had the pearls. Now the pearls are white in the reference images, but I didn't want them white. I added colours to them. I used the pink and blended it out so it was nice and light, and then I did a little bit more pink, and then later on I do add touches of white so they look like they're shining. And as you can see, I've just built up the skin tone just gradually. It's amazing how quickly it's happened. Actually, I'm watching and it's happened quickly but gradually at the same time. So yeah. Then as you can see, I've slowly worked on the nose so it looks a little bit red, but I've also added blush to the cheeks, and I'm still not finished, but I am getting happier with the nose. Then I move on to the hair. As you can see, I am moving around all the way through the page because you do have to wait for each bit to dry before you work on another section. Now it does dry pretty quickly because it is watercolor, so it wasn't long, and I was working on the other piece while I was doing this, so it was actually all right waiting wise. I wasn't as impatient as I normally am. Anyway, onto the hair, I just used the blue and just added lines and just let it flow with the shape of how the hair and the reference images and how I think it would look. And I am actually really happy with the hair. At first I was a little bit like, I was looking at it and thinking, oh, I shouldn't have added it. But at the final, when it all comes together, I'm actually really happy I did that. And I am happy with the final result all together. And that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say other than obviously I do this background. It's a nice simple background. I just add the dark green and let it fade to a really bright green. Obviously I add water to like smoothen it out, and then I'm pretty much finished. I add little gouache dots around the corners just to give it some sort of sparkle. I don't know what I was doing, but it's nice, so I'm happy with it. And then I add the white to the pearls, as I said, the lips, the nose, and the whites of her eyes, because right now it's just like black eyes, but as you can see, just having that little white to the eyes makes them gleam, and it's really nice. And I'm pretty much done. You see me take off the washi tape. It's done. Also, you'll see me unbox it, well, not unboxing, but packing it away, my box. If you want to see how I what I keep and what I put away and how I put it away, just watch a little more and you can see that. But yeah, that's finished. I hope that you had a wonderful day filled with creativity. I hope that you liked this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Bye.
RuPaul.
Opposite. That way. Okay, that way. Yeah. Good boy. Trying to get the hair. You got hair everywhere. I had an orange somewhere. Good boy. Are you done now? Are we done? You don't want a straw? Let's say bye. Say bye. Bye.